Good morning and welcome to Today in L.A. My name's Mike Amos. His name is Bill Rice, Jr. Good morning, Billy Rice. You ready to get going?
You're good. Did you go to Montgomery last night?
Well, I got about halfway up there and it started pouring down rain. I turned around. It was crazy weather out there. But when I went to bed last night, UAB were beating them 24-0. I don't know what the final score was.
31-0.
31-0, and so.
It was 10-0 at halftime, and then UAB pulled away in the second half.
UAB had a tremendous defense. Their defense was about as good as I've seen lately, and they bragged about this quarterback that Jacksonville State had. He was terrible, I thought. he completed some passes, but they were just 5 yards down the field.
Well, I read the story this morning, and UAB finished with 155 yards of offense. So they either got a bad offense.
Not UAB, but Jacksonville.
Jacksonville did. Yeah. Or UAB has a really good defense, which they were supposed to have.
And they were very impressive, I tell you. I was very impressed with the UAB team. And, of course, my good friend Bryant Vincent, their offensive coordinator, and, coach right here in Troy, the high school
nice
for
guy.
4 or 5 years.
I remember him well.
4 or 5 years he was there. And but, boy, we've got a big weekend ahead of us. We've got high school and college football at its very best, and the pros start next week. Now, I don't want to get anybody confused with that. And it's 2 different games, it seems like to me, the pro game and the college game. What do you think?
I barely even watch the pro game. It's on the TV, and it's good to take a nap to, but there's just something different about the atmosphere and the ambiance and the passion of college football compared to the NFL. So I'm a college football guy.
Well, we've got one game tonight of significance to me. It looks like let's see. Well, I thought I had it.
That was Boise in Central Florida.
Yeah, that's right, Boise. Here it is. I have to go back over here. Boise and Central Florida go at it. That's on Thursday.
5 o'clock, isn't it?
Yeah. I was looking at this. Gosh, I thought I had more information than I do. Here we go. I got it now. Here we go. Tonight, in college football, we've got several games. We got Rutgers and Temple. We got UCF against Boise. That, like you said, that's gonna be a good game. North Carolina State goes up against South Florida. Appalachian State against East Carolina. Ohio State, that was the one I was thinking about. Ohio State is a 14-point favorite over Minnesota, and then
that's
Tennessee.
Tonight?
That's right.
Wow.
And the Tennessee Vols in the checkerboard end zone. They're
tonight.
Play tonight. Yes,
SEC
sir.
football gets started tonight.
Against Bowling Green. Oh, Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me.
Well, I might have messed
Rocky Top of Tennessee, Rocky Top, Tennessee.
I put one of my little
Why don't you ever sing, Rice? You would be a good singer.
I'm the world's worst. My wife she got the beautiful singing voice.
I thought when I hired you to be on this show that you could sing, man. I thought you could.
I don't even sing in the shower. I'm so bad.
Oh gosh, I just have fun with that song. I love it. I wish I had one of those little dolls that sang Rocky Top. But I love that song, but not after a Tennessee touchdown.
They never stop playing it when they're rolling.
That's right. You're exactly right. No question about it.
Let me say, I was going to put a little small wager. If I do bet, it's like $10, so nobody get worried about me. And I might have put $10 on Bowling Green, getting 34, 35 points. I said, well, Tennessee's going to be bad. Surely they can cover. And then I read one of my football magazines last night actually scouted Bowling Green. They are arguably the worst college football team in America the last couple of years. They got creamed every game last year. They finished last in about every offensive and defensive category. And on top of that, they have almost nobody coming back, which might be a good thing.
Do y'all know, ladies and gentlemen, what did you say that line was on Alabama?
It's going between 18.5 and 19.5.
I'm going to take, if I can get them at 19.5, I'm going to take the Miami Hurricanes. Now, this is not any disregard to my.
You just like the points,
I like Alabama to win the game, and hopefully they will win the game. But I'm thinking that this Miami coach, who's had all year long to get ready for it, he's known as one of the top defensive coordinators around. Now Will's gonna call in here, and gonna start shouting at me, think I'm crazy. But I'll just tell you this: Miami is a seasoned team. Miami's quarterback has already thrown in his career at Miami over 7,000 yards. I think it's something like that.
5 or 6 years, and if he's healthy, he is the best dual threat running quarterback in America.
If anybody,
and those are the quarterbacks who have given Alabama fits.
You are exactly right, my friend.
And their offensive coordinator is a guy named Rhett Lashley that was at Auburn during Gus Malzahn had Nick Marshall, and Auburn's offense was just a juggernaut. Gave Alabama fits, beat Alabama a couple times. And I remember one time Alabama beat Auburn in Tuscaloosa 54-45. And Auburn had 650 yards offense. Well, that was Rhett Lashley helping with that offense.
And then the coaches was heralded over the years as a great defensive coordinator. In fact, he was at Middle Tennessee one time when Troy played him. But 19.5 points, a lot of points, and like I said, their quarterback is has been around a long time.
He's
very
a Heisman Trophy candidate.
Very experienced quarterback going against a quarterback that's starting at Alabama for the first time. I'm just thinking that it's going to be a little bit slow getting started, and I'm going to take Miami. I think Miami's going to score some points.
I do too. I think he'll run around and make plays, and Alabama has some young guys in the secondary. They're going to be rushing him, running all over the field, so they better be playing a lot of defensive linemen. I told Max yesterday that they're opening in that roof, so it's going to be hot in that dome. These players are going to be a little more winded than they would have been if it was in the air conditioning.
You're exactly right. That's going to play. You're exactly right. And of course, we look at more high school and college games, and it's going to be a good weekend, I promise you. And of course, we also are talking this morning about Hall of Fame. The Troy University Hall of Fame is tomorrow night from the Trojan Arena, and it is really quite a spectacle. I tell you, really an outstanding group. 9 people will get that ring, and it's a beautiful ring. And Max Howell, of course, is one of them, and Colin McCreary, my very good friend, is also one of the ones that's going to get that big ring.
Barney Burnett.
And Barney Burnett, long time great at Troy, probably did as much to enhance golf in Troy, Alabama, and the area than anybody I can remember. Wouldn't you say? You know, probably. Of course, you got Dave O'Neill and Warren Hatch. You said you talked to Warren recently, but and they were very good. But I think when you look at probably a man that's done more for the actual game of golf by playing golf and being very good at it, there's no question that Barney would probably be on my list.
Congratulations to Barney and to Colin and to Max. So that's 3 of the inductees I know well.
In fact, it would tickle me if Colin would call, because it's to the whole town.
Guten Morgen.
Morning.
Good morning. Where are you calling from, sir?
The UAB Jacksonville State game was a tale of 2 halves. Jack State played them really tough that first half, and man, UAB is big, strong, and physical, and I really like how Brian Vincent gets the ball to the tight ends. They have 2 really good tight ends.
They really do, and you're right. That was very important. And Brian Vincent is a very good football coach. And you know what? Now, was he coaching from the sideline?
Yeah, they showed him throughout the game.
That surprised me. How many offensive coordinators work from the sideline?
Maybe about half.
Lane Kiffin did.
Yeah.
Sarkisian did.
Sarkisian did too. Yeah.
Sarkisian did.
But not many of them do.
I think Gus Malzahn did when he was offensive coordinator.
Well, probably most of them are.
All right, Mike, start yelling at me. Start yelling at me. Give me Miami at 19.5 points. Is that right?
Well, you know, Alabama, that's an understatement, has been a huge favorite in openers because they've blown pretty much everybody out. They've really never had too many close games to start the season. I guess it really just comes down to how Garrett King's back from his ACL injury. This is the second ACL injury. This should be his 6th year as a starting quarterback. Most of those years at Houston, his second at Miami. But I don't know. I can see a late possible cover, I guess. But I see Alabama winning by 28 points.
They've got a lot of experience, not only at quarterback, which is very important in any of these games. You're talking about a quarterback that's thrown for over 7,000 yards and a quarterback
that's run for probably about 3,000.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and he runs too. He's strong, and like Rice said just a while ago, if any type player gives Alabama trouble, it's a running quarterback. It's a quarterback that runs out of the pocket, and they definitely have one of those guys.
Well, it's not like Rhett Lashley never coached against Alabama, who's offensive coordinator at Auburn for several years.
Yeah, we mentioned that. You're right.
Yeah,
exactly right.
He was on those staffs at Auburn where Auburn was lighting Alabama up every time they played them.
Michael, I wanted to ask you something. And, of course, Jacksonville played pretty good on defense last night. I didn't think they were good on offense at all. But just say Troy played UAB last night. I think Troy would have definitely moved the football a lot better than Jacksonville, wouldn't you think?
Well, you'd hope so. Some Bell school against a 1AA school.
Oh, I know it, but Jacksonville is one of the top.
I mean, the difference in those games is usually offensive and defensive line.
Yeah.
And obviously UAB just dominated.
Did you think that they looked like a 1AA team?
Yeah, I feel like they're a good 1AA team. The thing with Jacksonville State though is apparently the quarterback that went 7-1. Webb apparently got hurt, so I guess it would have been a battle between him and Cooper.
Now, who is Webb? Who is Webb now? I don't know what you're talking about.
He was Jacksonville State's quarterback in the spring, but he tore his ACL.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't have this quarterback.
And Cooper's the Clemson transfer who was the starter, and he got hurt against Florida State. They said. So. I don't know if the better quarterback was out there or not.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Like a pro prospect. He didn't look like a pro prospect to me.
Boy, he didn't throw the ball downfield.
He threw for like 95 yards. He was like 17 for 40 or something.
He couldn't throw the ball down the field. They didn't have a chance.
Hey, I didn't watch the game. What did the crowd look like, and who had more fans, Jack State or UAB?
About the same.
Was packed on their side, and Jack State was pretty much packed on their side. It was great.
I don't know if it was packed now.
I don't know. The way they showed it they showed the expanded view on camera.
Well, they could have showed the Jacksonville band who marches over 500 people. That would have been a crowd of much less by itself, wouldn't it?
Dad, where was the bad weather? I called the mom. She said that you're having.
No, it was a storm. It was a storm, Michael. I promise you. We got in. We got to the stadium and we knocked around a little bit, and then they were talking about an hour delay, and they were planning on going an hour delay until it stopped raining right at kickoff.
No.
Did you talk to Johnny?
Yeah. Well, he was busy. I talked to him 2 or 3 times.
It was Johnny Williams' birthday yesterday.
I did. I wish you'd let me know. I would have wished him a happy birthday.
He was busy on his birthday. That's a big event for Johnny, and a great event for Montgomery and UAB and Jack State.
Yeah, no question about it. And we ought to give him.
I still think UAB is going to be favored in every game they play except against Georgia. I mean, so I could see them going 11-1. You know, they might slip up somewhere and finish 10-2, but that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Bryce, did you ever get talking about Mac Jones? You know, they released Cam Newton, and Mac Jones is going to be the starting quarterback for the Patriots.
We have talked about that, and I have been following him closely all training camp. He's had a really, really good training camp, but that was really surprising that they cut Cam.
So that means 3 former Alabama quarterbacks, starting quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts, Tua Tagovailoa, and Mac Jones will be starting in the NFL. That hadn't happened in my lifetime.
You know, that's a good point right there. Let's think about it.
Can y'all ever remember that 3 starters from the University of Alabama playing at the same time?
You would have had Joe Namath and Kenny Stabler.
Richard Todd.
But Todd came after Namath, so Namath was no longer playing with Todd.
No, they would have the great. They would have
Would you have had Scott Hunter?
Scott Hunter was a great coach.
Scott Hunter was he started some games when Namath and Stabler were starting games, so I bet you're right.
He played at Green Bay. He played at Green Bay and was a good player.
That would have been the only time I could think of, probably in the early 70s, where you would have had Scott Hunter and Joe Namath and Kenny Stabler all starting.
Mike, we're gonna of course we've got a lot of high school and college football to look at, and you know, you're supposed to be coming up with your picks, and I'm coming up with mine, and Rice is coming up with his. Another game, Rice that Will sort of shouted at me about.
I'm all ears.
I have no earthly idea who's going to win this UCF Boise game, Mike. Who do you like there?
I mean, I feel like at home you got to go with UCF. But you know, Central Florida played another team from out west last year, BYU, and BYU absolutely destroyed Central Florida.
Yeah.
But I would think Central Florida's got their quarterback coming back, and Malzahn, the excitement of the program. I feel like they'll find a way to win.
Well, we remember when Boise came in, it was the first game of the year, wasn't it, against Troy? And
I'll tell you,
we all thought Troy was going to win.
And I'll tell you this, too.
Wrong.
Yeah, I'll tell you this, where they playing that game, that had a lot to do with it. If they're playing in Orlando.
Playing in Orlando.
Oh, brother. Hey, the heat's going to kill those boys from the mountains.
But we thought that would happen in Troy, Alabama.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's going to kill them.
See, you don't realize that Boise's in a mountain desert. It's 95, 96 degrees out there.
Oh, is it? Well, it's pretty much up in the. Well, I've never been to Boise. I haven't.
You haven't?
No, I never. No, I haven't. I haven't been to Boise.
You haven't been everywhere.
Boise a couple of times. It's real mountain desert area.
I want to ask my buddy Thomas Walker how hot is it in Boise, Idaho, but or I might want to call Wiley Locklear or. One of those guys too. And Nick, where is Boise located? Located in the
right on the Oregon border.
Yeah, exactly.
I like Boise. I'll tell you. See, it's 8 o'clock in Boise, Idaho. What song is that, Michael?
He can't sing.
He's fucking Boise, Idaho. I'm trying to think. I don't know.
Me and the guys got to go and do another show.
All right, Mike. Well, I was looking at my.
That is my version of Leonard Skinner's great song. What's your name,
little girl?
What's your name, little girl? And he mentions Boise, Idaho.
Well, I'm a little bit.
Boise's elevation is 2,700 feet.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, in Boise, Idaho, there's almost 260,000 people.
Well,
you
that's
know, I
pretty
got
big
to know
town.
a really nice guy from Boise State. When I was the editor of the Montgomery Independent, I did a lot of stories on the Blue-Gray National Tennis Festival because I got to be good buddies with Paul Wynn, who was the organizer of it. And he was real good on publicity. And every year I would interview the tennis coach from Boise State. And Paul, he invited Boise State to that tournament every year. He really liked Boise, and they love coming to Montgomery. And that guy couldn't have been nicer and bragged about Montgomery in that tennis tournament. And So I kind of like Boise State because of him.
So Saturday behind boys would be 90, Dad. Sunday would be 93. Monday would be 93. Tuesday would be 97 degrees.
Okay, well, I apologize. I apologize to you folks out there. I thought they would be playing in the
But it's a dry heat. It's not the heat.
Only problem is at night it gets down in the 50s.
Yeah. Okay, all right. So I'm still taking Central Florida in that game.
I took Central Florida. It's 5.5 points.
Now Ohio State playing at Minnesota, and you know that playing at Minnesota, that's got some.
Minnesota's been pretty good lately, haven't they?
I've got them being 14-point underdogs.
There's some teams that you don't really think about being good that have been pretty good recently. Minnesota and then Indiana had a kind of a breakthrough year last year.
Another thing you got to consider is Ohio State's playing with a brand new quarterback, and he's a good-looking player, though. Mike, do you know much about him?
Stroud, I don't know much about him at all.
Stroud, yeah. I had a good friend of mine named Johnny Stroud one time, and I miss him to this day. One of the most popular guys that ever played golf in Troy, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
The Atlanta Braves went out on the road and playing good teams, Los Angeles Dodgers, and just got swept.
Oh,
so Braves fans better watch out. They've now lost looks like 5 out of their last 7.
Well, you know what?
They're playing some tough teams right now and get beat.
Well, Swanson, the shortstop, probably has got the Hall of Fame on his mind because his mother goes into the Troy University Hall of Fame this weekend, Friday night.
Yeah, the Phillies have come all the way back. They were 5.5 out the other day. Now they're only 2 out. Mets are only 5 out. So the Braves are playing the tougher competition. Got swept by the Yankees. Now gotten swept by the Dodgers. They did take 2 out of 3 from San Francisco, who was the best team in baseball. But that was at home.
Yeah.
You know, I want to research Dansby's daddy, Cooter, because I already.
Yeah, Cooter Swanson.
I remember him playing. I think he
played
on the team before Chase came, and then he was a holdover and played a year or 2 under Chase.
He played for Coach Hollis. You know, Joe Hollis was a baseball coach here, but he also was a football coach. And he got fired because he was spending more time coaching baseball football than he was baseball. But he was actually officially they hired him as a baseball coach, and he was a very good one. He was All-American at Auburn, and he and Larry Blayton played on the same team, and very good friends. But Joe Hollis was also offensive coordinator at Ohio State and offensive coordinator at Georgia. But Cooter Swanson played a couple of years with Joe Hollis, and then 1 year, I think it was his last year, he played with Chase.
Okay.
But he named his son Chase.
Yeah, well, yeah, Chase.
He said that one.
That's right. And she's probably already in town. Good morning. I'm glad you're in Troy this morning. And tell me her name again, Mike.
I'll have to look that up. Dansby Swanson.
Yeah.
I think her middle name, I think, is Dansby.
All right. Well, his name is Dansby, isn't he?
Or maybe her maiden name is Dansby.
Probably.
Look that up and find out, and give us a rundown of all those guys.
I announced it yesterday on the show. Swanson was not too concerned. He hit a home run last night against the Dodgers. It's 26 on the year. You know, it's 26 home runs and 78 RBIs. That's pretty good for a shortstop.
No question about it. And
yeah, he's living up to the hype. He was a first-round pick.
First pick in the draft.
Was he the first overall number 1?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Of course, we're going to a good friend of mine is going to be on our show in a few minutes to talk a little bit about the Hall of Fame and so forth. Of course, we're looking at Thursday night football. Tennessee's playing at Bowling Green. When is the last time has Tennessee been a 34-point favorite? What do you think about that?
That's true too.
Yeah, Joe Milton will be their starting quarterback. He was at the starting quarterback in Michigan last year and transferred to Tennessee. So that's what Josh Heupel decided starting Milton instead of some of the guys they already had on the roster. Interesting story here. Tulane is practicing in Birmingham at Legion Field and at University of Alabama in Tuscaloosa because of the horrible hurricanes. And Tulane was scheduled to play Oklahoma in the Superdome. And now that game has had to be moved to Norman, Oklahoma. Isn't that horrible for those kids?
Yeah, I know it. You're right.
And they were going to host, Tulane was going to host Oklahoma.
That would have been big, too. But of course, they played it in the dome. Yeah, Superdome.
You know what I did is I messed up and made an early bet on Tulane, thinking that they were playing at home. And
well, surely they'll scratch that, wouldn't they?
No, maybe I can do it. I just lost that $10.
Ladies and gentlemen, this guy gets me.
That line, I guarantee you, went from. I can't imagine what they were.
Yeah, you know how humble Rice.
That line now plays close to the high 30s. I mean, low 30s.
Right, Rice is so humble that he's over here worried about that $10 bill.
It's all. I just want to put a $10 bet on it. That gives me a reason to watch it. You know? I don't want to risk anything to change my life if I lose it.
I know it, but when you win big too, don't you?
Well, sometimes it's fun if you bet 20 different games at $10 a game. Your odds are you're going to hit 10 and lose 10, and so you're going to break even.
So, Michael,
but sometimes you have those weeks where you get a little cocky. Say, man, I hit 80% of my games. You know, and they say a professional gambler, if he can hit 62% of the games against the spread, is doing great.
That's right, been very good. But I want to mention.
We got a lot of games tonight. If you want me to mention all the calls.
I really do. I want to go over that, and then go over some high school games too to take a look at.
Yeah, tonight you got. We already mentioned this game already. Boise against Central Florida. Central Florida's 5.5 point favorite. That game will be on ESPN at 6. Before that, on the Big Ten Network, you'll have Temple traveling to Rutgers. Sunbelt game tonight. You got Sunbelt, Coastal Carolina hosting the Citadel. They're 34.5 point favorite against the Citadel. Buffalo will host Wagner. Ball State will host Western Illinois. Florida International will host Long Island University. I didn't even know that Long Island University played football. Did y'all?
Yeah. Well, you're talking about a lot of the teams that I've never.
Hey, speaking of Long Island, did y'all see that New York had some kind of freak flood and rainstorm?
Well, it's all from Ida.
Yeah.
Gosh, I mean, it seemed like it was a bad flash flood.
Yeah. Mike, just go over the significant.
Here's some better games tonight. East Carolina on the road against Appalachian State. Appalachian State's 10-point favorite. South Florida Bulls will be on the road against NC State. NC State's 19.5. And then tonight as well on the SEC Network, Bowling Green against Tennessee in Knoxville. Tennessee's a 35-point favorite.
They gonna show that game on TV?
SEC Network.
Okay.
Also, you'll have Ohio State on the road against Minnesota. That game will be live on Fox tonight at 7 o'clock. Ohio State is a 14-point favorite in that game. And it looks like all the rest of the games are going to be 1AA.
All right, now something that you have not mentioned that could have a lot to do with it. Of course, this is a veteran Minnesota team. With quarterback, everybody's back. Ohio State's quarterback starts for the first time. You know, there's a lot of football players that are just now getting started. Of course, you know, Malzahn's coaching for the first time. That could have an important part of it. So,
yeah. You don't know.
TJ Fleck turned Minnesota around and beat Auburn in the bowl game.
Yeah.
But then last year, Minnesota was awful. I don't know if y'all watched them last year, but they were horrible. Yeah.
Well, then of course, you know, Ohio State picked by many people to be in the Final Four, so I can't go against them. If that line stays at 14, I'm gonna have to go with Ohio State, I believe.
Yeah, you get Ohio State down to 13.5, and I think that should play.
Now, other games to consider. I was looking at East Carolina and App State. My buddy that's coming on the show, was supposed to come on the show this morning. He's a graduate of East Carolina.
Yeah,
Of course, that's Chase Blake, and he'll be on our show later on. But now taking a look at some other games in college football, and I reckon. Well, first of all, I think let's talk about high school, and then we'll get into college later on. But taking a look at some high school games, Mike. For instance, I was.
Looks like we got breaking news here. Jimmy Fuller, former Alabama player, coach, and Jacksonville State coach, dies at 76.
No,
Jenny who?
Jimmy Fuller.
Oh yeah, Coach Jimmy. Yeah, he was a good football coach. Jim Fuller was. Played with your dad.
Nice little.
At Alabama.
I played 1 year with him. He was a little younger than Dad.
Yeah, but he later became Jacksonville State's coach, and he was there for quite a while. Did a great job, Jim Fuller.
He was assistant at Alabama.
76 years old.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you brought that up. Taking a look at some high school football, Dothan and Enterprise is going to be on Troy Cable. Is that right, Steve? That game is on Friday night.
That's a good game right there. That's two big boys playing.
And I was looking at.
Chase would like to see all those Enterprise and Dothan folks in Troy on Saturday.
Yeah, and tonight, here we go. Tonight we've got Pike Road going up against Carroll of Ozark. Pike Road's off to a big start, and they play at Ozark, and that game can be seen on Troy Cable, live on Troy Cable. So that'll be a lot of fun to sit back and watch a good high school game.
I would say the line on that one is Pike Road by about 40.
I don't think
say it.
I don't think
I'm pulling for you, Carol.
That's right, but taking a look at a few more around these parts, Charles Henderson playing on Friday against Greenville. Charles Henderson's off to an 0-1 start.
You know, I talked to a parent of a player, Charles Henderson, yesterday, and he's like me and you and Coach Hambright. He's just talking about how many good young players they have.
Yeah.
Freshmen and sophomores, that if they can stick together, this really bodes well next year and the year after that, and the year after that even.
A few more quick games with Rehoboth and Andalusia playing at Andalusia. You got Daleville against Houston Academy. Ops at New Brockton. There should be a good game. Wicksburg at Providence Christian. Kenny Keith is out to a good start.
Yep.
Trinity Montgomery against Goshen, and that game's played at Goshen Friday night. Beulah at Pike County. I think you'll see a different Pike County team in this one as they move into their classification. Arrington at Houston County. Arrington off to a real good start. Cottonwood at Geneva County, and that great running back at Geneva County keeps rolling on. And a few more quick ones. G.W. Long is at Elba, and Kinston at Brantley, Florella at Sampson. And in the AI Alabama Independent Schools, you got Pike Liberal Arts at Hooper, Abbeville at Lowndes Academy, and then Cornerstone is at Lakeside. So that'll give you an idea of some of the games played. One game of interest was Headland is playing is playing Seminole County, Georgia. They're playing in Georgia. We're going to take a short break. We're going to bring in Chase Blake in just a moment.
If you have $99, the deal is done. At Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, pick out any pre-owned vehicle on our lot and pay just $99 down. Truckloads of vehicles are arriving daily. Put $99 down and drive home any vehicle you want. Prices as low as $29.95. Over 20 priced $10,000 and less. Can't beat it. $99 down and the deal is done. At Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Troy. Or shop us online anytime at premiertroy.com.
I've never seen anything like this.
On the Aleutian chain, 85 crew members tested positive for the coronavirus.
Fisheries are on the brink. We're going to need guys who give it everything or watch it all burn.
Rise! It's the most important season of our lives. No! Bang, bang!
The all-new season of Deadliest Catch, Tuesdays at 8 on Discovery.
Life is hectic enough without worrying if your lights will stay on or if there's hot water for your child's bath. So count on natural gas to keep the energy flowing, even when the weather is unpredictable. Natural gas is always there to keep your home warm, showers hot, and food cooked to perfection. That's why America has relied on safe and affordable natural gas for more than 150 years. And we will be here for you and future generations too. You can count on natural gas from Southeast Alabama Gas District.
Welcome to ESPN College Football.
This is going to be wild.
Run it.
If you have $99, the deal is done. At Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, pick out any pre-owned vehicle on our lot and pay just $99 down. Truckloads of vehicles are arriving daily. Put $99 down and drive home any vehicle you want. Prices as low as $29.95. Over 20 priced $10,000 and less. Can't beat it. $99 down and the deal is done. At Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Troy. Or shop us online anytime at premiertroy.com.
Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram trucks on the bypass. And as we talked about yesterday, they've got another huge sale going on this weekend, the September the 4th Labor Day sale. Is that right? Labor Day? And it's going to be some real values on the lot at Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram trucks. With us this morning, ladies and gentlemen, is Chase Blake, who is the Associate Athletic Director at Troy University. And you got a lot going on this weekend.
No kidding. It's a big week for us. We've got Hall of Fame Friday nights. We've got 9 folks that are getting inducted. And then, obviously, we've got our first home football game of the season.
And that's exciting. And, you know, I've said this over and over, and then people might have watched the show. I was scared to death that this storm was going to get us, and they'd have to stay home. But not only is Southern University coming to town, their famous marching band's going to be coming to town.
The Human Jukebox is what they're affectionately known as. Yes,
the Human Jukebox.
Group.
And so it should add some pageantry to the game.
Sure. Yeah. Well, we're just excited to have the our band be able to perform. On the field, unlike they were last year. So.
Yeah, that's right. All 300.
How about this, guys? Saturday's going to be sunny in Troy, Alabama.
Perfect.
High 90, low 64.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be a great night.
Sort of cool. Yeah, that's great, man. We're going to love that. And of course, we're talking about. Kickoff for the game is 6 p.m. and so it should be. Somebody told me that their band was going to do some things with our band, so it ought to be quite entertaining.
It'll be a great show. You know, not to mention the football game.
Yeah, they is a football game.
I know how much our band means to our little, not only the alumni of the band, a large group of alums that played in the band.
The Sound of the South, the football team, there's not much difference in it. We got a call coming in here. Right, so let's see if I can do it. Good morning, how you doing?
Hey, Mike.
Hey, Will, what's going on?
Well, I'm just down here at the beach. I've got some games I'm going to give you.
Oh, do you? Okay, good. We'll go ahead and get those right now. We've got Chase Blake on our show this morning, but I've got to get these picks from Will.
Please do, yeah.
Everybody wants to know Will's picks.
I give y'all 5. the first week, I'm going to give you 10.
Oh, gosh, 10.
Write these down.
Okay.
Keep writing them down.
Go ahead.
All right, tonight, Ohio State playing Minnesota. Ohio State minus 14. They'll beat them by 30.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Northwestern favored by 3 over Michigan State. They'll win that game by more than 3.
They will? Oh, yeah, Michigan State. They're supposed to.
They're on bad time.
All right, we're talking about Northwestern.
Penn State, this is one of my upsets. Penn State will beat Wisconsin in Madison. They're getting 5.5 points, so I think they'll beat them straight up.
I don't believe you, man. I don't believe you on that one. You're gonna take Penn State and over.
James Franklin is gonna make a big comeback this year.
Okay, all right.
Everybody's saying Florida State is going to give Notre Dame a game Sunday night. No, it's going to be a blowout.
What's that line there?
The line's 7. I think Notre Dame.
Oh yeah, I think so too. If it stays around there, I'll take Notre Dame too.
Another one I like is Indiana on the road to Iowa. I think they'll beat them straight up. They're getting 3.5 points.
Now you're talking about the Iowa Hawkeyes now with that.
Yeah. Iowa notoriously the first game or two always plays bad. They've lost to Northern Iowa before the first game. So
all right.
I'm looking for Indiana to win.
Okay, what is the line on that game? Do you know?
Indiana's getting 3.5.
Indiana's getting 3.5.
I just read up on Indiana.
Wait a minute now. Something's wrong here now.
They got a lot coming back.
All right, they're playing at Indiana though.
No, I'm playing at Iowa.
No, they're at Iowa.
And they're 3.5 point favorite.
No,
they're getting
3.
Oh, they're getting 3. I'm sorry. All right, I got you. I got you. You're right. All right, go ahead.
The next one is Alabama against Miami. It's 19.5. I think Alabama will beat them 4 or 5 touchdowns. It won't even be close.
I don't know. I'm thinking about going the other way.
Well, you gotta think hard. A great game on the West Coast is going to be LSU at UCLA. UCLA's got 20 starters back from last year. I like LSU anyway. I think they'll win. They're only giving up 3. So I like LSU against UCLA. It's different.
We're gonna. I like that game too.
Now, Georgia and Clemson. This is the game of the day Saturday. I'm all over Georgia. I think Georgia will win the game straight up. You're getting 3.5 points. I think they win the game straight up.
Against his best defense ever.
Yeah, I also like the over in that game. The over/under is 50, and I think Georgia and Clemson will both quarterbacks are really good for both those teams. I look for a high-scoring game. Everybody
just keeps raving over Clemson's defense. You don't see that as being a factor?
No, I like the quarterbacks, and I think they'll score.
I think they will too. I think they will too.
My best bet of the week. You're not going to believe this. Ole Miss against Louisville. Okay?
Yeah.
The over/under is 75, which is outrageous.
Yep.
They'll score 100 points in that game.
Oh, wait a minute. I was fit to say, yeah, that's a lot of points both those teams got to score. I was thinking, looking at it being under.
They'll score 100 points in that game.
Wow, that sounds good.
It will be a shootout, and that's Monday night.
Boy, I've never given. It'd be hard for me to throw 75 points out there, but I understand though. And Ole Miss is over 75.
Yep.
All right.
I think that's the best game on the sheet. It's the over/under in Ole Miss and Louisville.
Okay. Okay. Anything else? Is that 10?
Not much. Is Michael on?
Yeah, he's on. Well, no, he's not on. He's on right now. Hold on a minute. Right, you're getting real good at this, Mike. We got Will on for a second. How you doing? Hello.
He probably would.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, yeah.
I'm good. I called Michael last night about that Jacksonville State game. He didn't know, and I didn't know, so I didn't do anything. So, but it was a terrible game, awful, terrible game.
Well, you know, if you're a defensive-minded coach, you had to light UAB's defense.
UAB's got a good team, Mike.
Yeah, I know they do. They do. Well, I've got that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't have a 9 picks. What was the other one?
All right, I had, let's see. 1,
You,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
you a Raven?
I left out North Carolina. Get -5.5 at Virginia Tech. I like North Carolina.
No, that's a bad pick.
I think North Carolina's got you got Sam Howell, who a lot of people think would be top 5 pick in the NFL draft.
All right, now, what's the line now? Virginia Tech is the underdog, isn't it?
Getting 5.5.
At home.
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you, if it was Halloween, I know exactly who I'd take. But
Carolina's got a good team. Carolina's got a good team.
So you think North Carolina's going to win the money here? Is that right?
And for the Auburn fans, I'm predicting Auburn will make a bowl game this year.
I do too.
And maybe they'll get to play UAB in the bowl game.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Auburn, let me tell you, Auburn's going to be a lot better than a lot of people think. But listen, we appreciate you calling and giving us these scores. And you going to have a big time at the Yellow House today?
Oh, yeah. I've been here all week now.
Of course, have you been down to get donuts this morning?
I got them yesterday.
Oh, did you? Okay, day-old, you're eating day-old donuts. But they're good.
Do y'all still pick high school games?
Yeah, we don't pick them, but yeah, we do. We pick them, yeah. Dothan and Enterprise will play tonight.
Omar's playing Pike Road.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm predicting Pike Road will score 70 points tonight.
Against your alma mater, the Carolina High Eagles?
Yes. 70 to 16 will be fine.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, that's good. That's good information. Thank you for calling this morning, buddy. And we look forward to getting these picks every week, and I'm going to keep up with it, too.
All right, keep up with it.
All right, take care. And that's Will Matthews calling in from the beach this morning. And, of course, Chase Blake is our guest this morning, and, of course, the associate.
Remember the Will Matthews Law Firm in Ozark, Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
Great lawyer for 35, 40 years.
Really does. He's an outstanding lawyer. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, Chase Blake is with Troy University, and boy, what we've got is a big weekend, and of course, starting with the Hall of Fame inductees, and nine guys are coming in, or people are coming in to receive their big rings.
We've got 9 since we were unable to do it last year, so we've kind of just joined them up together to enshrine all 9 in one night. So we've got a lot of tables expected for the evening, so it's going to be another good. It'll be my first ever Hall of Fame ceremony since I've been here, so I'm definitely excited to see how it goes. I keep hearing it's a first class event. We're going to try to keep it that way.
I tell you, and I know you've got to be excited about this weekend, and then 9 inductees. It's going to be a lot of fun to see these guys come back. And I watched a lot of these guys play, especially Jude Rinaldi, one of the great baseball players of all time. It's going to be good to see him. I hadn't seen him in a long time, but he was a great player here in the championship game. And then we had the great pitcher, Mike, that was one of your favorites.
Mike Perez.
Yeah, Mike Perez was the starter when we won the national championship.
Yeah. Do you know
he was the most dominating college pitcher for a season I think Troy ever had.
Oh yeah, he was a great pitcher. Pitched a one-hitter to win the national championship over Columbus College. I was there and remember it so well.
Played in the big leagues for many years.
And I tell you, at one time he had over 40 saves in pro ball, 40 saves in a row, something like that.
See, I'd be interested to see where he's living and how he's doing. All these guys.
That's right. Somebody told me, have they been able to find him yet?
So yeah, he will not be a part of the ceremonies tomorrow night. So hopefully it'll be next year. Maybe the next
Okay,
time
well,
we do this.
that's good.
So, but he was originally slated to, because he's certainly well deserved.
Yeah, no question about it. No question about it. And then of course that's going to be a lot of fun. I've got friends of mine coming up just to be at that Hall of Fame banquet, and you know, it is a class event, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Y'all have done a great job with it, and just keep doing what you've been doing.
I tell you, Chase has been an excellent addition to Troy's staff there, and you know, we with all these things coming up, then the next day with the football game and all that goes with it, the pageantry and all that.
There's a lot going on Saturday, so we're kind of dubbed it Fanapalooza. That's kind of how we've been pushing it out from a marketing standpoint, just from how much stuff is going on. Which the big piece though is this Letter Winners Day. So we've invited every single winner
that's right.
across all sports to come. We're going to have a tailgate out in Tailgate Terrace, and right now we've heard from almost 150
wonderful
alums from different sports. That's going to account for almost 400 tickets, hopefully more.
Yeah.
Because every former letter winner is able to get 4 free tickets.
4 free tickets. Now you talk about.
So if we got any listeners out there that might want to come on Saturday, we still got some room and we'd love to have you. But yeah, we've got plenty of food, plenty of drinks, and it should be a good afternoon.
Yeah. Where's that going to be located?
In Tailgate Terrace, so right off University Avenue. Will be the first 2 right on the grass on the road.
Oh, good. I'll look forward to that.
So we're gonna have. I'll be up there. Our staff will be there, so we'll be ready to rock and roll come then. But we'll have food trucks. We've got fireworks after the game. This is going to be a lot going on.
Like y'all have a concert or something?
We've got a concert beforehand that'll kind of be out and about there too. So there's just a lot to do.
Then you have the kids area this year.
Kids zone will be back. We got a couple new inflatables as well that we kind of did a test run at the scrimmage we had a couple weeks ago. Those turned out really nice. So there's stuff to do for everyone leading up to the game and obviously during the game.
All right, you mentioned
what about cold beer? Will they be having cold beer in the stadium?
Yeah, so I think we've had that for a few years. I know we did it last year. So yeah, we've got that throughout the concourse, and we've got that in the north end zone as well.
So Michael, I can't see why you can't get in your car and drive on up. I got a seat for you.
Yeah, I've got to watch that Alabama game at 2:30. I've got these little ones down here. It's hard to get away like I used to.
Will the Troy game be televised?
It is.
Yeah, I've got the Troy game on ESPN3 down here, so I'll be able to watch that.
Okay, good. And I've got to be able to find out how you get ESPN Plus. A lot of our games are going to be on ESPN Plus.
All you got to do is subscribe for it. It's $4.99 a month.
Yeah, but how do I get it once I subscribe it?
Well, you can have it download on the ESPN app on your phone. You can download the ESPN app on your television. If you have a smart television, you can download it on your computer as well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll find out a way. Daddy Lee, you're watching this morning. I need to talk to you.
You go to every Troy game. It usually doesn't matter for you to watch it.
No, it doesn't. But I would like to know I could if I wanted to.
A lot of our other sports.
I wanted to get tickets right now to the Troy Southern Miss game. Was that possible?
Yeah, so you can call our ticket office to purchase those away game tickets. So those are still certainly available. Same with any of our other away games, like in Columbia or over in Coastal. Any of our away games that we've got in Monroe.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's right. That's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to have a good time.
I would like to go up and see Coastal.
Oh, it's beautiful up there. It really is. No question about it. This guy knows all about it. Tell him where you're from, Chase.
Yeah, well, so that Coastal's over near Myrtle Beach. So I grew up in the Carolinas, so not exactly. I'm about 3 hours away from Coastal, and they've got that's a Thursday night kick.
Yeah.
So that'll be a primetime game for us.
Now, how far were you from Myrtle Beach?
About 3 hours.
About 3 hours.
About 3 hours.
So you could go and watch.
Oh, wait a minute. I always thought Pinehurst was located more inland.
It's probably right smack in the middle of the state of North Carolina.
Yeah,
right
and that was where you were from.
Mm-hmm.
What about this trip? Watch the Trojans Thursday and then spend Friday and Saturday playing golf, or at the beach.
Yeah. There.
and then come back on Sunday.
Of course, that game's we play them at their place. Is that right? When we play them, yeah. But of course, it's going to be a great weekend for college football, and everybody's excited. And of course, the alumni will have their big tent over there at the alumni house, and be some refreshments there. So you folks that are want a great place to tailgate, that'll be one under the big tent there tomorrow, Saturday, excuse me. And of course, being in.
Is there any? We need to find out about the COVID. Do you have to wear a mask when you go into the stadium club?
So we're not requiring masks to be worn. Obviously, we're gonna try to still be cognizant of everything, but that will not be a requirement to upon entry. So any Troy athletic events where we're not requiring the mask to come.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this is.
We certainly still want to be safe with everything, but that's not a requirement.
So if you see a mask, you're not going to tell them to take it off.
No, please do whatever you would like.
Yeah.
We're here just to have a good time come Saturday and enjoy hopefully a Trojan win.
And of course, it's going to be a great pageant.
It better be a Trojan win. If it's not, I'm going to feel pretty bad about the season.
Well, listen now.
I tell you what, if Troy loses to Southern, it is not going to be a good season. You got to be the one AA school.
Okay, let's just say this: they're predicted to win, and if they win, fine. We definitely want to win. But Chase Blake, his name's so easy to remember. You think about Chase Riddle and Larry Blakeney.
Good company.
Did anybody ever put that together when you got here?
Good company to be in. Maybe it helped me out a little bit.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And of course, you and your staff have been busy. I know that. And I was over there last night, and they were busy over there working. And,
what do you think about the football team? Have you had a chance to watch them much in practice?
Oh yeah. We've got a squad. I think everyone kind of knows we've got a lot of guys back.
Yeah.
7 super seniors, if you want to call them that.
That's right. Yeah.
And we've just got a lot of talent everywhere. I think everyone saw we announced who our starting quarterback.
Yeah.
Is going to be. So it's exciting to see what he can do stepping into his first year, kind of running the show, running things, and. I think he's got all the tools and intangibles to kind of come in and run the show and distribute the football. And we've got a ton of guys back on defense, too, that I know everyone knows Carlton Marshall, Will Cholo, a bunch of guys.
Yeah, All-American,
that are first
both of them All-American, yeah.
Sun Belt selections. And you've got some transfers from some Power 5 schools like Florida State, Maryland, Michigan, NC State, a lot of those types of guys.
All from transfers, yeah.
What about high school guys? Any high school guys that have jumped out? Have you heard about any?
I don't know if any true freshmen. Like I said, there's with so much depth on a lot of these schools this year and probably next year. You'd have to really show out to earn some time. So hopefully maybe one can bust through. But we've got some solid players and contributors.
Well, I tell you, it is an exciting time now. How do you get tickets if you don't have tickets?
Yeah, so you can just call our ticket office or go to TroyTrojans.com/tickets to purchase any of those for any of those games. So we've got some tickets left to sell for this weekend and for the current season. So we're certainly just ready to get everyone back in and show everyone a good time.
And ladies and gentlemen, it's all for one. The Trojan motto, and of course we're going to be able to go this football game pretty much the way we've been going through over the years.
Band, we're going to have the cheerleader. You're going to have the full college football experience, and it's going to have all this fan palooza or whatever Chase called it.
Fan-a-palooza. Yeah, we're hoping for everything to run smooth and everything kind of be back to what we're
I'll tell you, we're one of the exciting places to be.
Take your grandkids.
All right, now you got the kids' playground in the outfield. Did you mention that in the outfield? Okay, but now the Trojan wall is right there. The band comes in and they're right up on top of you. The wall, everything is all, and you can see the players walk through.
So we're working through that for sure, and then we've got a little recognition portion that we will be doing for the letter winners that do show up. So we'll be able to recognize those deserving Trojans that represented us through the years, and we'll also announce the completion of the Ralph Black Memorial.
Yeah, I was mentioning that.
Which we had a ceremony for that officially this past weekend, so we'll be able to recognize that officially for the first time as the Ralph Black radio booth. So
and of course that was awful.
For Barry up there,
That was a great thing that his friends put together, and they'll always remember Ralph Black, no question about it. Of course, we appreciate you being on our show today, and of course, again, you former athletes, you get 4 free tickets. That's great.
Yep. And, show up, or you can reach out to me if we've got any letter winners out there. Listening, my cell is 910-690-5466. Feel free to give me a shout, and we'll get you squared away. And we're looking forward to
do it one more time.
It's 910-690-5466. You can reach out to me directly, and then we'd love to chat, talk to Trojans, and get you squared away for Saturday.
I know you got meetings galore, and I appreciate you coming.
We've got a nice little walkthrough this morning for Hall of Fame, so we're going to go make sure we're all set to go for that tomorrow. All the tables are set up right now, and
first class.
Just putting the last little touches on it. And
you can still buy. Let me tell you, can you still buy tickets? This is very important.
Yep.
Can you still buy tickets?
I know you said you're going to buy a couple from me last night, right?
Well, that's right. I'm gonna do that today, and this Hall of Fame is really great. We've got local guys, Barney Burnett and
Colin
McCrary, and
Max Howell, who's a guest on the show every week.
Yeah, exactly.
Football, golf, softball. We've got all kinds of various.
But you can still buy. This is very important. You can still buy seats at the table, and
you can come to the ticket office to do so, or definitely you can give me a shout. We've got some space
and
still,
especially a lot of you friends of those local guys, you need to come on and be with us. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Doors open at 6:15. We'll have a cash bar there for folks to enjoy, and then the official ceremony will start at 7.
Well,
so
that's
we've got a lot of good stuff going on.
It's going to be great food, great pageantry, and just I tell you what, it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful night as Troy University honors 9 of its very best in the Troy University Hall of Fame banquet. Thank you so much.
I will say one more thing.
Yeah.
We got time.
Yes.
We just announced the Troy Athletics app.
Yeah, okay.
So everyone, you can download the Troy Athletics app and kind of catch up to everything going on from any of the sports, any news, scores, updates, highlights, that type of stuff. So you can download that in the Google Play or Apple stores, but it's just the Troy Athletics app. So yeah, if you don't have it, you need to get it.
Well, I know you're right.
Keep up with it. Get your notifications on how the soccer plays today. Volleyball plays this today too in Tuscaloosa. They've got a 3-game set in
Tuscaloosa. It's a good volleyball team too. They just got through beating UAB 3 games to 9.
Sure did.
And then lost to a real good Ole Miss team. And that soccer team played Alabama tough too.
Auburn.
Auburn. Auburn.
We played really, really well against Auburn last week, and we had a shot to tie it up. We outplayed them in the second half. It was great to see there. With our
we were putting pressure on all the way.
I thought we had another one in us, but they're fighting and still learning. A lot of young players on.
But they're under a new coach, and he's got them all fired up, and we will watch that too. Soccer, Troy University women's soccer, and Troy University women's volleyball, all very good spectator sports.
Yep.
Of course, we're going to take a short break, and again, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Mike.
We hope you'll come a lot of times this fall.
Keep spreading the good word for Troy.
We sure will, and we're definitely going to do that. We'll be back to more of Today in L.A. after this.
Welcome to ESPN College Football.
This is going to be wild. Run it.
I've never seen anything like this.
On the Aleutian chain, 85 crew members tested positive for the coronavirus.
Fisheries are on the brink. We're going to need guys who give it everything, or watch it all burn.
Rise! Rise!
It's the most important season of our lives.
No! Bang! Bang!
The all-new season of Deadliest Catch, Tuesdays at 8 on Discovery.
If you have $99, the deal is done at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Pick out any pre-owned vehicle on our lot and pay just $99 down. Truckloads of vehicles are arriving daily. Put $99 down and drive home any vehicle you want. Prices as low as $29.95. Over 20 priced $10,000 and less. Can't beat it. $99 down and the deal is done at Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Troy. Or shop us online anytime at premiertroy.com.
Life is hectic enough without worrying if your lights will stay on or if there's hot water for your child's bath. So count on natural gas to keep the energy flowing, even when the weather is unpredictable. Natural gas is always there to keep your home warm, showers hot, and food cooked to perfection. That's why America has relied on safe and affordable natural gas for more than 150 years. And we will be here for you and future generations too. You can count on natural gas from Southeast Alabama Gas.
Got you a car yet?
He gives us plenty.
Yeah. Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Thinco Drugs on the corner in downtown Troy. Of course, Charles Thinco's been doing that. Hey, the biggest Auburn fan in town, Charles Thinco.
No, there's a lot of people that would compete with him for that title.
Yeah, a lot.
He might be though. I'm not saying he's not.
Of course, a good friend of mine.
Who is the biggest Auburn fan in town?
Well,
I think the Wises.
Well, the Wises, I'll tell you this right now. They had a giant birthday card. It was right on the corner of his, well, it was a block from his house, and it said "Happy Birthday, Lane Wise," and he had a big old Auburn sign and all that stuff. It was really something. But "Happy Birthday, Lane Wise." And War Eagle, well, listen, I'm going to do this for Lane. Rice is going to have to live through it.
They're good.
But listen, let's just do it. Let's do it. The Auburn Tigers getting ready to open their 2021 season with a big bout with the Zips from Akron. It's Auburn and Akron, 6 o'clock kickoff from Jordan-Hare Stadium here in Auburn, Alabama. Here it is, Auburn and the Zips from Akron.
And that's
are
for
going
Lane
at it.
and Lane and Lyle.
And Lane and Lyle.
The biggest site in Vegas is ScoresandOdds.com, and Scores and Odds has Troy as a 26-point favorite against Southern. 26-point favorite, over under 56.5.
Gosh, man.
That's about where I would have said it. 26
I don't know
points.
if Troy's going to shut that bunch down. They got a lot of skilled athletes.
They sure do.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that's what the line is, and that's the line. You know, Scores and Odds is the biggest.
Oh, okay. 26-point favorite Troy is.
Yeah.
And you're gonna take.
I would imagine the next week Liberty will be a favorite against Troy.
And that's going to be a great game next week. And,
I'll say Liberty's going to be about a
5.
7 is what I was thinking. Yeah. So.
But Troy in 26. You know, that's a tough mark right there.
They always.
I could see something like final score like 41-9, something like that.
Yeah. And that over/under is what?
56.5.
56.5. Well, you know, that was. I wouldn't doubt if it didn't go over.
Southern was played all spring, didn't they? So they got good experience.
Yeah, Jacksonville State played all spring. I don't know how they did their practices. Some of these guys had to be still worn out, probably.
Yeah, but I didn't know anything at all about the injured player, and you know, all I've heard about was this other guy who played at Clemson, you know, and transferred from Clemson.
Yeah, Jacksonville State, he's thrown for over 7,000 yards.
Yeah. So.
You know, Gross, Jack State head coach and Bill Clark are best friends. Gross actually introduced Clark to his wife. And they talk on the phone. They get every day.
Oh gosh, isn't that something?
You know who coached all those guys is Troy's very own Chuck Dunn.
Chuck Dunn, that's right, sure did.
He coached for them in Jacksonville State, and he coached for Clark at UAB.
And they're all friends, aren't they? Yeah.
Look at this. This is the Catch, the football magazine the Messenger does.
Yeah.
Look at this player for Pike Liberal Arts, Frankie Jeffcoat.
Yeah, he's a good defensive lineman.
Doesn't he look like a football player? That must be Eddie Jeffcoat.
That's Eddie's son.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
boy,
that is
Eddie was a
Eddie's
great
son,
football
yeah.
player. So that's Coach Chuck Up's grandson.
Hey, let me tell you something. If he had if he knows the techniques that Eddie Jeffcoat knows, he knows a lot of football. He is a good-looking player.
He's got a sweet mama, Jody Jeffcoat.
Yeah, she is a sweetheart, no question about it.
Jody Ketchum.
Yeah. Okay, we're looking at some of the games. Of course, Will. I thought Will's picks were pretty. I can't think that Penn State's going to beat Wisconsin.
I'm nervous because I agreed with him on a lot of them, and I've actually put some heat down on the same bets he had. So
yeah.
I hope he knows what he's talking about.
But looking at some games Saturday that of significance, we asked Chase just a moment ago. He's a graduate of East Carolina, went to school at East Carolina. I know he went to North Carolina State.
I think he went to both schools.
Yeah, that's right. He went to both of them, I think.
Yeah, he likes East Carolina to cover against out-state.
And so those were the Thursday night games. Friday night, you got North Carolina against Virginia Tech. North Carolina has got a lot of offense, and
well, they got one of the front runners for the Heisman in that quarterback.
Yeah,
the hot shot quarterback.
Excuse me.
North Carolina's ranked 10th in the country.
That kind of makes me nervous that everybody's, that when some people jump on all these teams, some of them are overvalued.
And looking at Duke going to go up against Charlotte, that's awfully low. 6.5 points, that's low, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like Duke's favored by 6.5.
Charlotte's got that coach that was really good with Austin Peay.
Well, Michael, I want to hear what do you think about the decision of the Patriots to release Cam Newton and make Mac Jones the starting quarterback?
Well, I mean, Cam, honestly, the playbook is pretty vanilla. When you got Cam the quarterback, you just can't make the throws that like a Mac Jones can make. And, they wanted to try to get back more to an offense they had with Brady. Josh McDaniels was offense coordinator when Brady was there all those years. And I think they see a lot of Mac Jones, nobody can be Tom Brady, but he can, try to run the same offense. And Mac Jones is extremely smart. And then, in the NFL, they got all these rules for, vaccinated players. And, Cam will not get the vaccine. He's already come out and self-said that. So,
yeah, that was a debate.
That also is, something that a lot of players are getting released. I don't know if you saw the article of Urban Meyer, but he released a lot of players that were unvaccinated because they had to sit out so long because of the protocols throughout the NFL.
Yeah, that's
it makes it also something in practice as well, in meetings and stuff like that.
They're walking that back. That's controversial because if they did that, if they said they released you because you wouldn't get a vaccine, that's a potential lawsuit. Because that could be, and even the players union wouldn't like that. And then but yeah, it enters their minds. But if you come out and say that I cut somebody because they made the decision not to get vaccinated, but it might have played into it with Cam.
Everybody's saying that Cam, that his career might be over because he might refuse to be a backup. But they say if he is a backup, the way just like to look at his talent, the backup Dak Prescott.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that.
All right, well, tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen,
Northwestern only 3 at home against Michigan State. Was Michigan State finally back over with Mel Tucker as their head coach, or was Northwestern and Fitzgerald's going to win that game? I kind of like Northwestern at home.
I do too. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, our show is brought to you by Premier Dodge Chrysler Jeep and Ram trucks on the bypass, and we've got a big picket show tomorrow featuring our good friend Jason Gregory and Bill Rice and Mike Mike Amos from Graydon Beach, and yours truly.
We already got Will's picks.
And like I tell people already, we'll be picking some of the games of interest to you, and your fan
You
base.
know what you ought to do, Mike, this year is pick all the games, but we ought to just pick 2 or 3 that we really feel strongest about.
Yeah, we'll talk about that though. See, once it gets to you, right?
You've already said a couple that you feel strongly
about. I know,
about.
that's right. You're right. You notice he didn't say anything about Fresno. Hey, you know, he was just going crazy about me taking Fresno State, and that's my second Fresno State in the points. I'm gonna take.
You know, I'm also intrigued by the UCLA LSU game. LSU going out to Los Angeles. UCLA has quite a brand. That's a real interesting game to me.
Yeah.
Here's the difference, right? For that Oklahoma-Tulane game, Tulane had to move the game that was going to be in the Superdome in New Orleans to Norman to play Oklahoma now. So that game originally in the Superdome was going to be Oklahoma 22.5. Now it's 31 in Norman.
Oh my gosh!
You know what?
Moved it by
You know,
9,
let me tell you this: Tulane can score.
Well, they're also factored in that Tulane their routine is completely busted, so they're having to practice at places they're not used to. And
well, they're saying right now that Tulane could play some of their home games at Legion Field in Birmingham.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? All right, well, I want to quickly run down some of these. Now we'll have a different group tomorrow, but that is Oklahoma has gone to 31. Then Wisconsin, one game that a lot of people think this is the best Wisconsin team ever. They're 4.5-point favorite over Penn State. Kentucky, 29.5 points over La Monroe. Terry Bowden, you think Terry can score any points on Kentucky?
Well, Kentucky never has a great offense.
I know, you're right. They like to keep it. Somebody might want to take that 29.5. Michigan, 17-point favorite over Western Michigan. Kansas State, 2.5 over Stanford. That surprises me.
I like that game.
I'd be scared of it though a little bit. Georgia State, 3-point favorite over. Well, no, Army's a 3-point favorite over Georgia.
You know, and Troy is getting ready to have a big series with Army. This couple years.
Mike, correct me on this. Who's the Army? Who's the favorite here?
Georgia State's a 2-point favorite at home.
Boy, Army's pretty good.
Georgia State's got that great quarterback.
You really bragged about Georgia State in the last couple of years.
Yeah, I have. But
Georgia State is so athletic. I feel like they'll shut them down.
But hey, I don't know. Doggone Army though, they're pretty good. They really are.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like Georgia State will outscore them.
Okay. All right, Oregon. Now here's that Oregon's is a 20.5-point favorite over Fresno, a good Fresno team. Arkansas, how about this? Arkansas 19.5 over Rice. You would think they would win that game bigger, but somebody told me Rice has gotten better. You know.
I think an interesting game to look at here. Louisiana Tech and Skip Holtz. In there a long time, but they're on the road in Starkville against Mississippi State. That line was at 26.5. Everybody's jumping on Louisiana Tech. It's already down to 23.
Oh, me.
Louisiana Tech's not horrible. I mean, Mississippi State. I mean, I know they won 4 games last year, but that's a lot of points in that game.
Yeah. Of course, Cincinnati, who was so good last year playing Miami, Ohio, the 23-point favorite. Iowa against Indiana. Now, a lot of people say Indiana is the best team they've had, but taking Iowa at home ought to be a pretty tough situation. Like you said, Mississippi State's 23.5-point favorite over La Tech, and then Missouri is a 13-point favorite over Central Michigan. Texas. Now here's one we've been talking about.
Okay.
Texas is an 8-point favorite over Louisiana and at Texas.
All right, you ready for me to expound on what I think?
Yeah.
A lot of people are jumping on Louisiana. They're the darling a lot of bettors are betting on Louisiana. Are the pundits that pick the bets on websites like ESPN and The Athletic? Louisiana's the play. You know, I think Texas is the play. Louisiana does have a great team and a great coach, et cetera, but they don't have the 4- and 5-star athletes that Texas has. And the excitement of Sarkisian going there, it would be mighty impressive if Louisiana hung with Texas, but I think I would. I see Texas winning by 20 points.
Well, let me tell you this quarterback for Louisiana is the real deal. I read where he's thrown for 52 touchdowns since he's been there at Louisiana, and he's a 6-year player. And this is going to be a great game, but I'd be scared to bet either way.
Lay off of it. You're laying off
But
of
I tell you something I do like. I sort of like the over-under. Over-under is just 58, and I think both these teams are going to score some points. You know, Texas is not known for the defense, and Lafayette can score.
Well, Lafayette, there's a reason Billy Napier stayed at Louisiana when he could have had a lot of college jobs last year. He must really like this team. So
okay, everybody's been waiting for this. Auburn is a 37-point favorite over Akron, and one of their all-time greatest coaches, Terry. Wait a minute.
I wouldn't say he was their all-time greatest coach.
No, but he's gone from them now. But this one should be a pretty good one. Auburn 37.
Yeah, I don't know if Akron's won a game in 2 years.
I would think that Auburn's defense is real good too, and I'm liable to take Auburn here. Syracuse and Ohio.
What do you think? You think that game will be sold out in Auburn?
I wouldn't think so. I would not think so. I think you could go there and get tickets. Really.
I'd say probably 75,000.
Yeah, that's right.
Max.
But there'll be tickets over there if you want to go. Okay, Purdue and Oregon State, 7-point favorite, Purdue. Texas Tech is a 1.5-point favorite against Houston.
Yeah,
I can't wait to watch that game to see how much Geiger is a part of that offense.
Yeah, that's right.
That's 2 Troy guys. They'll probably cover. You got the.
That's right. The kid from Enterprise.
The defensive back from Enterprise will probably be covering the Troy transfer. That's the receiver at Texas Tech now.
Yeah, Dana Holgerson. You find a guy that's making, I think, $4 million a year.
Oh man.
At Houston, he better find a way to win this year. He's been awful. Since he got the head job there. Also, did y'all see where Jimbo Fisher got extended till 2030 yesterday? Jimbo Fisher is now making $9 million a year.
Oh boy. I think that.
Not bad for a Division III quarterback from West Virginia.
And I don't know if he's worth that. I really don't know. But Clemson and Georgia go at it. Clemson is a 3-point favorite at home against Georgia. Now tell me about this game. The Clemson quarterback, is he good enough to beat Georgia, Mike?
Oh, yeah. I mean, his skill set's through the roof. And you got Justin Ross coming back.
Did he do?
Yeah, Justin Ross is the guy that lit up Alabama.
But this guy did not play much as a.
He had a broken neck.
I know, boy. I reckon he didn't.
He's a huge receiver, though. He's 6'4", about 220 pounds. You know, he's a guy that will probably be a first-round draft pick.
But Mike, what I'm talking about here is the
quarterback. The quarterback can sling it, yeah.
Well, has he played much? Is he experienced?
He started 2 games last year.
Yeah, he started against Boston College when they won that game, and then he threw for 480 yards when they lost to Notre Dame.
Okay.
He's the biggest quarterback you'll probably ever see on the field. He's like 6'6", 250 pounds or something.
Oh, me.
Except for that quarterback, the backup quarterback at Auburn's about at least that job.
Yeah, that's right. He's big, too. All right.
This guy's dad is famous because he was a security guy for all these famous Hollywood movie stars and
oh, really?
and rappers and entertainment people. His dad's like 6'7", 6'8".
Only on Troy Cable, only on Today in LA can you get that
This is
information.
the dad of the Clemson quarterback.
He's getting sponsored by Dr. Pepper already, so he's already a millionaire.
Well, this quarterback is?
Yeah, Clemson quarterback.
Oh,
You know,
man,
Alabama's Kool-Aid McKinstry, our star, I say our, that's a little slip, sorry there. Alabama's star freshman quarterback is named Kool-Aid McKinstry,
Yeah.
and he has signed a deal with Kool-Aid.
Yeah. Now, let me finish this, going down this. Now, we'll talk at our picket show tomorrow, and we'll pick these games. But looking at Baylor, or now looking at Florida and Florida Atlantic, everybody thinks that Florida is going to be down because they lost all their skill players. But I would think Florida would have plenty of skill players.
Would you? And they got a good offensive coach.
Dan Mullen's a good coach. He just can't beat Alabama.
Yeah. Do you think they'll blow them out, or what do you think?
I think that Florida's got a lot to prove on defense, so I think they'll try to come out and I think they got a lot to prove after that embarrassing loss to Oklahoma. So I would not be surprised if they covered.
I do want to watch Florida. They have a dual threat quarterback that is a really good runner. We don't know about him as a passer, but Mullen has done well with people like Dak Prescott that can run. So this might be a good quarterback for Mullen.
All right, let's just go through these.
Alabama recruited Emory Jones. I remember he's a guy that if he can develop any kind of passing, Florida can be really tough. I mean, Florida's ranked number 13.
Yeah. Some other games to consider: Georgia Tech is against Northern Illinois, the 18-point favorite. Texas A&M 29.5 against Kent State. Southern Miss is 1.5 at South Alabama, and LSU is.
That's a game that I'm interested in points-wise. I feel like Southern Miss and South Alabama will get maybe a shootout. That over-under is like 55.
Now, you know, but the defensive coordinator is the new head coach, though, isn't he?
Yeah, South Alabama, but I just feel like with Jake Diddley, experienced quarterback, playing in the Sun Belt, I mean, I expect South Alabama to be pretty good on offense.
Yeah, okay. LSU and UCLA, LSU 3.5-point favorite. And then taking
LSU man to man when you line them up on that roster, I would say LSU is going to have probably 75% of the better players than UCLA.
Yeah. All right, Notre Dame and Florida State.
I'm going to say it. I'm not going to call it straight out, but I'm going to say upset alert. Upset alert.
Yeah. You know, I would feel
UCLA, LSU.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking about Notre Dame and Florida State. I was thinking about Florida State having a chance, but there's no way they should have a chance. I'm going to take Notre Dame 7.5 points.
Brian Kelly, too good of a coach. He'll have Notre Dame ready.
Mississippi, Ole Miss playing on Monday night, and Notre Dame's playing on Sunday night, and Ole Miss is playing on Monday night. Hey, and you're right, Mike. Louisville's got a pretty good football team too. I would think this would be like Will said, probably a high-scoring game. But think about it. Going into the game, you got to score more than 75 points on both sides, and you don't know if that's going to happen or not.
Well, you got about 40 to 36.
Ole Miss is my team. My team that I think has the best chance to win 9 or 10 games, like a surprise team. I really think Kippen's going to have a role in this year.
Okay, Mike, we'll see you tomorrow for our picket show, and we're brought to you by Premier Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram trucks on the bypass. We'll see you tomorrow, and of course, we got a lot of football to talk about, and we'll be here tomorrow and picking I will let you know who's going to win in college football tomorrow.
Welcome to ESPN College Football.
This is going to be wild. Run it.
I've never seen anything like this.
On the Aleutian chain, 85 crew members tested positive for the coronavirus.
Fisheries are on the brink. We're gonna need guys who give it everything, or watch it all burn.
Rise, rise!
It's the most important season of our lives.
No! Bang, bang!
The all-new season of Deadliest Catch, Tuesdays at 8 on Discovery.
If you have $99, the deal is done. At Premier Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, pick out any pre-owned vehicle on our lot and pay just $99 down. Truckloads of vehicles are arriving daily. Put $99